Okay, y'all, real quick. I want to talk about. I tried to do this video over again. Okay, let's just be the last time. Okay, I want to talk about women being in Hoe Energy, 3 or 4 energy. Okay, let me tell y'all that is the lowest version that you can be in a woman. Please understand that, okay? Because I don't think women understand that. Like they thought this sexual liberation was just about them being sexually liberated to give it to who you want to give it to. In that essence, yes, you are the design. You have a choice to choose who you're going to relinquish that energy to, because back in the day they just even today, but back in the day it was normalized for people just to take it without anything happening to those particular people. Okay, so understand this: when you're in that 3 or 4 energy, you are functioning on the lower spectrum of yourself as a woman. Okay? And let me tell you why. You are functioning on yourself as a woman because we are human beings, but we're also mammals. Okay? So mammals are animals. So in the animal kingdom, what do? They fight, they fuck, and they eat. That's all they do, right? They don't have any goals. They don't have any dreams. They don't have anything to accomplish. They don't have no trauma to get over. It just is what it is in the animal kingdom. That's what they do. But the problem is today, a lot of us has been running on that lowest version of yourself, like we are in the animal kingdom with them, but we have another, we have greater things to do on this planet, because we are human beings, right? So by us being human beings, okay, we have the ability to have an actual mind, that have an actual consciousness, that can actually think of ideas and be great in art, affinity, and all these other things, right? So when you are functioning on the lowest version of yourself, those dreams, those ideas, and things that you want to do with your life, you will not accomplish them, because your brain, wherever your brain wherever you using your brain activity is from the lowest version of yourself. Why do you think when athletes play these games and these tournaments and all this shit, why do you think they tell them to refrain from sexual activity? They tell them to refrain from sexual activity, whether if they do or not. But I can tell you the ones who do, because they the ones who the goats. Okay? They tell them to refrain from sexual activity because sexual activity will take you away from your goal. Sexual activity will take you away from your dreams. Sexual activity will take you away from your desires and things that you want to do in your life. Because once you understand that sexual activity is very powerful, very. Why do you think people, after they do what they do, they go to sleep? It's not because they going to sleep because whatever was so good. You have to understand, they go to sleep because the power and the energy that you have to gravitate in order for you to reach into that ultimate climax is all the energy that you have within your fucking body. It's not just coming from your genitals. All that energy that you have to grab up in order to catch one, or just to concentrate on one, all that energy is coming from your whole body. Okay? So when you release that energy that done came from your whole body, okay, you need a fucking recharge. You need a recharge. Okay? Your body done worked out. Your body is done. I'm out. That's it. I'm drained. I'm done. Okay? And when you are in your life, when you haven't processed trauma, right? If you are in your life where you are battling things mentally, if you are in your life where you're even battling things physically, okay? When you are in your life and you are battling things emotionally, sex should not be the thing that's on your planner to do. It just shouldn't be. It can be, because you have a decision to do what you want to do on this realm and on this earth, because you are a human being and an adult. But in order for you to actually be productive in your stance of growing, that should be the last thing on your fucking mind. And you have to understand, when you gravitate all that energy within your body, right? Whoever you're doing this act with is doing the same thing. So while y'all think y'all catching a nut, y'all actually are exchanging energies with each other. There are energies just radiating off the both of you. So if your mind is if you are tormented in your soul, if you are if you have trauma that you haven't processed, you have emotional things that you have not digest, and you go out and lay with somebody who could be a fucking criminal. They could have just pum somebody 15 minutes ago. Okay, they could have just robbed somebody grandmama 30 minutes ago. Okay, they could be thinking about somebody they done unalived an hour ago. Okay, or 5, 10 years ago, because they can't let that shit go. Now you done y'all done shared up all this energy together, and then you wonder why when you leave from them, even though you done complete your mission, even though you leave from them, you may feel a little bit more fucked up. But you think just because you feel fucked up, no, you're carrying the energy that they just gave you in order for them to cultivate this fucking orgasm. We have to understand what it is. I don't think y'all understand what it is. We are magical fucking beings. We are magically fucking creative. We are fucking part of creation. We're not just here just to be dogs and cats and heat all the goddamn time. We were here to make a difference. We were here to heal this world. We are here to love. We are here to give compassion. We are here to show that we can do great things with amongst ourselves. Okay, this lowest version of ourselves is getting redundant, because now it's not just us as an adults. We already have to worry about that with teenagers, because teenagers are already curious within themselves anyway. Now, this energy is going towards these kids. The, the world is, they have the access to the world at 5 years old. That's just like your mama sending you out in the middle of the city at 5 and tell you, oh no, I'll be right back. You have a good time. And while you back and while you out there in the world, you seeing everything. You seeing crime. You seeing people doing adult things, and then your mama come back like, did you have a good time? And then you like, I guess so. I seen a whole bunch of stuff. That's what these kids are receiving from this tool that we use every day, from this phone. Okay, so if not just for you, please look at it in that aspect of the future, okay? Because the way that we are going, we are fucking doomed. People in the next 10, if things don't turn around and people don't actually get to their highest self, which is the mentality of being a conscious human being and using their brain in such a way, in the next 20 years, next 10 years, people are going to be having sex outside like animals, because we behave that way behind closed doors. But now these kids who think that this is just the way to live, they're going to be the ones that be having all this outside. It's going to be more frequent. It is. It just, when things evolve, it's either going to evolve for the greater good or it's going to evolve for the worst of us. And how we are operating in our lowest version of ourselves, which is that whole energy, it's not going to end well. It is not. So, can you, even if you feel like I'm saying some crazy shit, go find people who say the things I can say more technically. Go find, matter of fact, go look at Queen of Maker. Okay, go look at Princella. Okay, go find somebody that can tell you the same things that I just told you in a different form. So maybe you could say, oh, maybe she did have a point, because somebody else could say something that you don't get, and then somebody else say the same thing and they get it. Okay, please understand, y'all, being in that whole energy is being the lowest version of yourself. You are here to be greater than that. You are here to be abundant within yourself as a woman, not just in your pee. Not just in your pee.